Hi, welcome back to Pause. It is another beautiful day. We have another beautiful person here. I don't know if you guys have caught on yet, but I am such a sucker for visuals accompanying music. And today we have someone who, in my eyes, really prioritizes that. You have a wonderful sound, but every sound that you put out is accompanied by a beautiful hue, a feeling in a visual. Um, I mean, even just like the typefaces you use, down to like that that close of a detail. I need everyone to give it up for the one, the only, Beyond Sonny.
That's an amazing intro.
I
don't even know what to say. That's beautiful. Thank you, though. Thank you.
I mean, you really are like you just scroll through your feed and it's just like, okay, you look like you have a certain vision that you're going for. And I just want to know a little bit about where that comes from. Before we get into that though, how is your day?
My day is good. What did I do this morning? I edited some content.
Okay.
Wrote a bit, drove here. I ate a bagel with cream cheese and turkey bacon.
Okay.
I don't know if people do that, but
no, yeah. I mean, cream cheese with bacon. That sounds like something I used
if
to eat.
If you're from New York, I feel like that's a thing. So I did that, and then I came over here.
What kind of bagel? Are we talking sesame, poppy?
Unfortunately,
everything?
It was one of those supermarket bagels where like you buy them in a 6-pack, which I don't recommend, but it's very convenient. So that's why I had that. But
that makes sense. Yeah. There is the other option where I know supermarkets have a bunch of like fresh bread.
They do.
You could have picked out your own bagel.
I could have did that.
Not to.
Yeah, because it'd be $2.99 for the 6-pack, and inflation and stuff like that. You're trying to.
Well, outside of bagels and cream cheese, you also make music.
I do.
Not just a chef.
Sure. Yeah.
Not just a chef. Okay, I do want to get into visuals, your mind, the look, the where you see yourself, how you see your music being presented. Why present it in the way that you are?
Yeah. I think it started from college. I went to school for design, and I think that influenced heavily the sort of work that I want to put out into the world. And I think that a lot of people eat with their eyes. They see things, they visualize it, they sort of have an imagination, right? You hear a song, you hear something, you're like, I could kind of see what that looks like. And the opportunity to visualize it, I think is like, it's a big deal for me, and I want to honor that. I want to make it last. I want it to be like you see this 2 years from now and you're like, oh, it still holds up. And fortunately, I work with a really good team that continues to help build those visuals into reality.
Yeah. Does that bring up any particular roadblocks because you are putting such a emphasis on the visuals behind your music, like whether that be financially or maybe music takes a little bit longer to release because you have a plan for each, like for the rollout of each of it?
I think, at least in this specific case, I've been working on this stuff for about 2 years, 2 years. And it takes a lot of time, especially in a world where you could do everything with an iPhone.
Yes.
You could just, pull up to a spot, let's shoot some content, shoot it with a reel, edit it in TikTok, and put it out. But the people that I work with, they're called Matria. They are very peculiar about how the look is. And if their names are attached to it, they want to make sure that it also tells a story. So... But to answer your question, it is very difficult. It is time-consuming financially as well, but we care. Like we want to do something that isn't just pulling up with an iPhone and just no offense to the iPhone. Shout out Apple and what they're doing because you could shoot in some amazing, quality with it. But
you better secure that brand deal.
Facts. But there, I think there's something of an element where you come onto a set or you come somewhere and you see that there's like an RE camera, there's a bunch of people doing lights, there's a gaffer, there's all these people like making something happen, and I like being a part of that. Whether it's behind the camera or in front of it, I feel like you're a part of a community. So trying to bring that to the forefront of visuals.
Is it hard conceptualizing ideas because you also have to kind of balance the retention rate of our generation, which is like 2 seconds now?
Yeah. We try to check off some boxes, like let's keep my face in the like for these reels that we've been doing, let's keep my face like focused so people can see me immediately. Let's try to still tell a story even though it's in the 1080 by 1920 frame. Let it be stunning some way, somehow. Let it talk to the lyrics. It is challenging because there's so much content, but we're hoping that we can cut through the noise with the storytelling aspect as opposed to just let's shoot something that looks pretty and then let it last for like 10 minutes.
How do you deal with what they want to do and then what you want to do? Like how much, what does that compromise even look like?
I detach myself from what I see on camera. So like I don't sit down and really like look at myself. I'm just like, technically this looks good, let's put it out. You know, like even with music, like I listen to myself on a track technically. Like, am I on beat? Did we mix it right? Are we hearing all the vocals? Are the stacks, the doubles, like all the harmonies? Can we hear it? Cool, let's put it out. I don't get too attached to myself because I think the moment I start getting attached is the moment where I'm like, we could do this better. Like, I don't like this frame. Like, I don't want to do that. So I try to let the professionals do what they do.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Teach me your ways.
I
need to detach too. I'm always nitpicking. Like I'm really, I also edit the episode, so I'm constantly like, oh, like I like this part, but I look ugly.
You probably don't look ugly. You probably don't look crazy. I think you're way more conscious of yourself than other people are. You know, because like you mentioned it earlier, like you go on Instagram and like people scroll for 10 seconds. Like no one's like, oh, his hair is kind of coiffed in the left. Like no one's like, like no one's going to do that. No one's doing that.
I want to talk about a little bit of your music taste because I feel like you do have a range of kind of sounds.
Yeah.
So what are you gravitated towards most? Like in your outside of the music you make, what music are you listening to?
Thank you for saying that. Like that is intentional. Like the goal is to let people know that I can do everything. What am I listening to? I'm listening to everything from like Bruce Springsteen to Kanye West to Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Beyonce. I'm listening to Charlie XCX, a lot of different stuff. Like I'm everywhere. Like I'm listening to Johnny Cash right now, but for me, it's really like lyrics, like J. Cole. Like I really care about the storytelling aspect of music, so I try to maintain that throughout whatever sound I do.
Yeah.
Speaking
of Kanye, you met him.
I did meet Kanye, yes.
What was that like?
So I worked at, I don't know if I can say this contractually, but I'll let people decide where I work. But I worked at a place. Retail place, and I think Kim Kardashian was doing SNL the weekend that I was working, and he was in town. Yeah. Well, like 2 years. Yeah. And he was in town. He came into the store, and like people knew in the store that I make music, so they're like, "Yo, I think Kanye's in the back." So I was like, "Word." So I went to the back, and I saw him, and I was like, "Yo, like we listened to I Wonder, which is one of his songs from graduation, like every day," and he started singing it. Like he just started singing, "I wonder." If you, like I'm just like standing here watching Kanye West sing the song, so I'm like, he's a normal guy. He's like regular. So
and
I started
flipping shit.
Nah, he didn't do that yet.
I wonder. Pick this shit
which
up.
You would think that he would do, right? But he was just like, we were having a conversation, and he was talking about how he recorded it. Then he was telling jokes, and he laughs at his own jokes. Like he says a joke, he laughs, and then we laugh because it's like you think it's funny, so I'm gonna think it's funny because you Kanye. But he was really sweet. I asked him, like, yo, are you ever looking for producers or writers, anything? He was like, what do you do? I showed him my music. He was like bopping to it. He said he really fucked with it.
All of this in the store? No,
all of this in the store.
Bodyguards didn't take you out?
Nah, he was there alone.
Wow.
Like, he just came in alone, and, like, yo, everyone's just surrounding us. I'm having a conversation with him. And one of my friends took the picture of us together, and I'm glad he did that because that did help. But a lot of conversations happened after that, like I spoke to a lot of different managers, people from his team reached out. I did a podcast that just wanted to know how that conversation went. But I was grateful for it because it let me know that my music is good to Kanye, which was one of the most important things to me.
Are you guys still in touch?
Not really. Not really. I think.
Let me know, what is he doing right now?
Because after that, the whole like Jewish, whole thing happened with him, the Kim Kardashian stuff. So things went left, but I got what I needed to get out of that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, opportunities, right? You got to take it. You got to take it when they come.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kanye, Northwest just hopped on
FKA Twigs.
Right.
It sounds good. It's Japanese. I don't know what she's saying, but it's hot.
She's saying, "I love God." It's like a whole, it's like a whole like she's just preaching.
That's hard.
Speaking of children, we have a game for you.
Okay.
See what I did there?
That was a good segue. Yeah.
We have
a game
we
that I'm
have-
terrified to play.
we
by
have
the
a
way.
game.
Yeah.
We have a game for you
Okay.
called Match My Freak.
Okay.
And we are going to be reciting some of your lyrics, and I just need to know a little bit more about it.
Sure.
I need the context.
Sure.
I need more information.
I'm nervous because I have no idea what I'd be saying.
So on Legend from the East, which
Oh, boy.
60,000 streams
Yeah.
and counting.
Yeah.
Amazing song. You said no competition. They're not even in my bracket.
Yeah.
What is your tax bracket?
You see, I didn't necessarily mean the money bracket because I'm sure a lot of niggas are in my money bracket. I think I mostly meant like bracket of like skill level.
Oh,
Niggas not in my bracket in like that sense of like y'all not really like fucking with me lyrically. So like that, I think that's where I was coming from.
Okay, but what is your tax bracket?
My tax bracket, I'm doing okay. You know, I'm doing okay. The IRS isn't looking for me. You know, like I'm okay. I drive a modest vehicle. I dress modestly. I live at my means.
All right, on Stop It, you said ain't no one blowing up your lines. Stop it.
Yeah. So that song was like a lot of niggas be out here like just perpetuating certain images.
Yeah.
But then when you meet him, you're like, oh, you can't pay for your drink. You know, like you're like, we don't have to do this. Stop it. Like it's okay. Like just acknowledge that you aren't what you are perpetuating.
But in that moment, I think a lot of times artists take from real life situations. So was there somebody in particular you were thinking about when you said that?
No, I just be looking. Like I really like just be paying attention. Like I go out to places, I go out to clubs, I go out and I just sit down sometimes and I'll observe and I'm just like, you can kind of pick up on certain body language, how people are moving. Like, yo, there's a group of people, one person orders a drink, but he kind of disappears. So when the person comes and they're like, who's paying for this? They're looking around like, where that nigga at? And he's over there talking to somebody. Like, you see all these things, you know?
And you want all of it to be done.
I want it to be stopped.
Done.
It's got to stop.
All right. On Space, you said, fuck a verse. You gonna pay me for each word.
Yeah. So that was like a nod at the fact that my lyrics are valuable. Okay. And like, like I don't want to be paid for a verse. I want to be paid for a word. But that's hyperbole. If you want to pay me for a verse, I'll take the payment for a verse. Yeah.
All right. Next one. On your one of your more recent covers, Rain, you said arigato for the sloppy toppy.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you who you thinking, but I mean, we kind of got it.
Yeah. I really like Japanese culture. I had a chance to go to Tokyo and like I like anime and a bunch of other stuff. So with that lyric, I just wanted to keep it like in the Japanese sort of world. Feed her like a Tamagotchi, arigato for the sloppy toppy. Like that was sort of like just playing into the Japanese sort of thing.
And you said thank you in a whole different language. Killed it. And this is why everybody needs to tune into your covers.
I promise you the covers are way better than what y'all just heard. But
no. This is like up to par. This is how great they are.
Okay.
Yeah, you did some pretty amazing things. Are you working outside of covers? What music are you working on?
So I have an album out. Well, I have an EP out right now called Solstice, which is one of the songs that Kanye heard, which is called Legend from the East, which I think is my biggest song on streaming right now. I also have an album tucked away. It is finished. It is completed. Right now, we are just sort of rolling out these covers. I'm starting to build who Beyond Sonny is to the public. So it's going to be a rollout. For the next 2 years, you're going to continuously hear Beyond Sonny because everything's done. Like, the covers are done. The album is done. We have about 5 visuals for the album. The album covers are finished. Like, we did the BTS. Everything's, like, sitting in a hard drive. So hopefully the hard drive doesn't like blow up or some shit. But like everything's finished.
You don't got a copy? You just got the one hard drive?
I got a copy, but like no, I don't got a copy. Like so it's just the one hard drive.
Maybe
I should make a copy, definitely.
Make some copies of this hard.
Because if I lose that, like I'll probably be sad. But yeah, I have an album out and like I'm just prepping to like put it out. So next 2 years, you're gonna see a lot of Beyond Sonny.
What does that strategy look like for the next 2 years? Is it are you just trying to build community online? Are you trying to put yourself in person? Are we gonna see performances? Are we gonna see live live events?
Both. It's gonna be online. It's opportunities like this where like I get to like come do this, which wasn't in my 2025 card. You know, like I had no idea this would
Right.
happen. So just opportunities like this. Continuing to build an online platform, meeting people, continuing to have community, doing whatever I can to get involved or support other artists and stuff like that. So more of that, hopefully.
Yeah, we got to get you a major stage.
Yeah. I'll go on
Performing
any
at
stage,
SOB.
major or minor. Yeah, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, I'll perform anywhere. Yeah.
All right, so let's get you in the mall.
In the mall.
Yeah,
Okay.
Subways.
Will you direct it if I do it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, I'll
Let's
do it. I'll
And
have more
then-
confidence if I know y'all are with me, like
Right.
actually there. You
And
know?
then we'll have Shawn. Shawn is a dancer.
Okay.
I looked over here. I know. But Shawn, but you don't dance. You could dance? All right. So, anyway.
You can still come, like you don't.
Over the course of 2 years, how do
Mhm.
you maintain patience?
Oh my God.
Is it something like, especially in this day and age where shit is just popping up, viral, viral, and you have a 2-year plan
Mhm.
of just rolling things out slow and steady?
Yeah.
How do you keep to that to yourself and keep on track?
First of all, if something were to happen within the 2 years, that's amazing. So I'm hoping something happens within the 2 years. But I try to stay level-headed. I try to, I have friends that ground me, that let me know that like, yo, this is a marathon. Like you are on pursuit of something that is like big, because like where I want to be where like the Kendricks and the Coles are in that space. Like I want to get there as an artist. So I know that with that comes a lot of like work, patience, dedication, and I'm willing to put in the effort if it'll happen, which I'm hoping it'll happen. So I'm willing to play the game.
What is there anything that could happen for you to be like, fuck this shit, I'm over it?
If it were to happen, it would have happened in my life already. Like I've already been through a lot of stuff, like as a human being, not even on the artist side of it. So it's like, if I'm still doing this, I must love it on some level.
Right.
So I'm just going to keep doing it.
level.
Yeah, I have to, right? Because I'm still doing it. So yeah, I guess I'll keep going. I don't think there's anything that's going to stop me other than death, probably,
Okay.
Like I got to die to not be doing this. But even then, like I told my team, like, yo, release stuff. Like, you got everything. Just like put shit out still. But yeah,
Release
like
stuff.
I don't think I'm gonna stop.
Something that we do here on Pause From, we like to end each episode from one creative to another.
Okay.
With advice that you may have for me, for the team,
Yeah.
anything that you want to offer us.
Okay, I don't even know if I'm in a position to offer advice,
No,
but
you are.
if I can, be nice to people. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay true to it. I know there's going to be a lot of times where you feel like you can't do it, or like you don't want to get up in the morning or get out of bed, but it's worth it. Everybody is valuable. Be good throughout whatever process you're in. Like, just treat people with respect, and I think it'll come back to you. And have fun while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, because a lot of times life is really good at like taking away the color and imagination that you might have, but try to find that within yourself, and I think you'll be okay.
Let's give it up for Beyond Sonny. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming
thank you
out.
for having me. Thank you so much.
And that was you.
Awesome.